Hello, hello. Hello, YouTube, and hello, Twitch. Welcome to episode 14 of Nightmare Land and Oxygen Not Included. Bam, we nailed the intro that time. Finally, after 14 episodes. Oh, I'm coming on in the background of my phone. All right. Let me just mute myself there. How's everyone tonight? I hope everyone is well. Hey, Chewy, thanks for joining me tonight on Twitch. Really appreciate it. How's everyone tonight? I'll do a little bit of a pre-stream chat while people start to show up and come in and say hello. So we are on episode 14 of this Nightmare Land playthrough. Oh, my hair is just a little bit up there. I don't know. Hopefully that kind of fixes it over time. So how was everyone tonight? How are you, Chewy? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. How was your day? How's your night? How's your morning? Let me know, everyone, in the chat, if you're just joining or if you're joining in the near future. So yeah, episode 14, and we're on cycle 300. So this is kind of a critical point in this playthrough that I wanted to get to, because for those of you who are watching the VOD or maybe join the chat at some point, I wanted to get 100 cycles past the Millier impactor. And it just occurred to me setting up the stream that we've now done that. So what I want to do is sort of get the opinion of the people who are watching the VODs, or those of you who are going to be joining the live stream later on, about what we should do next in this playthrough. Because this playthrough, although it's coming along pretty good, but there's a couple options that we can do from here. We can either continue it for a little while longer and play. You won't figure out what I did. Chewy says, you won't figure out what I did, what I do again. What is that, Chewy? Hey, Louise, how's it going? What shouldn't I figure out, Chewy? How are you doing today, Louise? I'm just asking the chat while everyone is showing up here what they think we should do on this episode or for this playthrough. So like I was saying, my initial intention was to get 100 cycles past the Millier impact, because 100 cycles was where I thought we were going to have the achievement pop up for getting this far. But it turns out that achievement is only available. So if we take a look at, I don't even know how to get to achievements off the top of my head. I usually never go to that. It's like colony summary. Where's colony summary? There it is. It's like if you scroll all the way down here, it's somewhere. It's for playing the lab variant of the asteroid. So that's kind of what I wanted to get. But then it turned out, as we were playing, we figured out that you cannot get it on a regular playthrough. And then I decided to play it until 100 cycles anyway, just to see if I could manage with this great big heaping hunk of metal heating up my base. And we have. So we've managed, and our colony seems to be progressing, albeit very slowly, progressing towards a successful mid-game. So we have oil nearly set up. We have a volcano nearly set up. You know, we have iron here and hydrogen all set up and all that other stuff. So I kind of was wondering if maybe it's time to start something new. But let me know, and I'm going to play a full episode of this for this VOD, for this live stream. But let me know down in the comments if you're a VOD viewer or if you're joining the stream after the fact of what you think we should do for this the rest of this playthrough. What I did yesterday or last time, says Chewy. Well, I saw you pop up on my Twitch, but I was out, so I would imagine you were playing you were with Tara and you guys were playing the game that you always play. I can't remember the name of the game right now, but I saw you pop up on my Twitch notifications. So that's what I would guess. It starts with a B. I can't quite remember what it's called though. I have a horrible memory, so I entered hyperfocus on Icarus, so all I did today was Icarus. Am I saying that right, Icarus? That's a cool game. I have never played Icarus, but I heard that it is pretty cool. It's a lot of playtime of Icarus. I'm glad you had fun. Hey, Jim says hello, Jim. Nice to see you. Kara is working. Kara is playing. We are talking, and I'm playing Graveyard Keeper. That is awesome, Chewy, and glad you guys had a great time. You guys are a great bunch to hang out with. Sean says, hey, Ethan. Hello, Sean. Thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. And I already read that message. Tara is working. It's on sale for like $4 right now, Icarus. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of games on sale right now. I'm about to start Dispatch. There's a lot of fun games that I really want to try on stream right now. Or Steam rather. Dave the Diver's on sale. What else? Oh, there's so many fun ones. Dispatch, yeah, I think Dispatch is on sale. I'm pretty sure. I only bought it because it was really cheap. Yeah, everything is super cheap right now. Go get your favorite games. Check out your wish list. Check your wish lists, everyone, and see what you want to play if it's on sale. But yeah, it's everything's on sale right now. It looks except for Factorio. A friend told me. So that's the best when your friend gives you a great game recommendation. You know, I'm down with that. Let's set this to high priority. So actually, this is the high priority because if they accidentally build themselves in, I will never hear the end of it from these duplicants. So while you guys were joining the chat, and I was just asking the VOD viewers what we should do with this playthrough. So remember at the beginning of this playthrough, my intention was to survive 100 cycles after the Demolier hits to see if we could do it, first of all, and the second was to get the achievement. But it turns out, as we already found out a long time ago, that the achievement only unlocks if you're playing the lab version of the game. So I intended to continue to play for 100 cycles after regardless, and now we've actually hit that. So what I want to know from you guys in the chat is, should we continue this run for a little while longer, or should we start a different playthrough on another planet? So if you guys have any opinions on that in the chat, please let me know. I love to sort of get a feel for what you'd like to see. I'm happy to continue this, but I also had plans to start a more of a space game where we start on a smaller asteroid and we have to go to different planets to get different resources and such. Louise says, I'd like a new start. Jim says, I think you should continue it for as long as you're having fun. So, yeah, I am having fun. You want to make a Flido? Sure. Oh, I just got an achievement. Oh, I did it! There it is! There it is! 100 cycles after. I didn't think that was possible without the lab, but it is. So we did it. Nice. Okay, we got it. That was cool. All right, so congrats. Yeah. So, okay, just to recap what happened there. I didn't think you could get that unless you were playing the lab variant of the playthrough. So there we go. We did it. And that was what I was trying to get. So that's awesome. So Louis says, I like a new start. Do you want to make a Flido? I'm sort of sorry, Chewy. I'm just so like, what is a Flido? I'm just trying to like that. It popped up as soon as I was trying to remember what that was. Help me through some. I'm gonna have to like look into the robot helpers. Okay, that's right. I knew I heard the term before. I'm pretty sure someone asked me about the term before. It might have been Chewy, but I just have such a bad memory with game specific terms like that. The new Fox says the new start sounds fun, says Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for joining the stream. The Snow Fox says, I vote for a new start since rockets and space are things I struggle with. Well, Snow Fox, thank you for joining the stream, and that vote is noted. Louis says, congrats. I thought I saw someone else get the achievement on the non-lab run. Those are a lot better since the last patch. They're little robot helpers made from plastic, but they mostly do storing and sweeping errands. A flying version of sweep. Do I have what? A flying version of a sweep? Why don't I know what this is? Oh, they're... Have you checked out the swampy start I sent last week? Where did you send it, Jim? Did you send it to my email or did you send it to my Discord? They're part of the Bonnie Booster Pack. By the way, we do have some stuff queued up here. So while I'm talking, the duplicates are working away. So this thing's going to erupt very shortly. You copied it. Oh, that's right. That's right. No, I have not. I remember now, Jim. It's in my Discord. I have not checked it out. Swampy start. But that would be a fun asteroid. That's right. I was going to check that one. I have a whole bunch of different seeds that I have like a cache, or not a cache, a list of seeds that I intend to like look at and see if I'm going to start them in the future. Let me just open Discord again. I'm going to close the game so I don't just close that really quick, and just in case Discord pops up in the I don't like dox my friends or whatever. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I have that one in my list, Jim. I just haven't got around to looking at it yet. You should try the flipped asteroid so you don't go to another planet when you can't. The flipped asteroid is a lot harder to build in rocket infrastructure. Ask GPT to pick one. Ask GPT. Well, yeah, I don't mind. I like the recommendations. I have so many to look through, and of course, there's maps not included as well, which you can basically get whatever you like from. And I should start getting some water in here, by the way, because we're gonna have a bad time if we don't get water in here. Let's just deconstruct all this stuff. This is gonna melt anyway. I need this to complete that, so let's just put that in. And I need to get actually this one prioritized. So we're gonna continue setting this up because this is like super important. The one is sent on map if you want to look at it. Oh, yes, that's right, Jim. I remember that now. I do have that noted on my my ideas channel in the Discord. And that's exactly what I love. I love the geo-active ones. So I actually have that noted as well. You check that one out. So I would love to start a new asteroid that is similar to that. So with regards to, let's just move this out of the way. With regards to, somebody said, if you're having fun, you should continue it. I am having fun. There's a lot of cool things on this asteroid, but well, I think what's slowing me down is learning about all the what's it called? The prehistoric DLC, like using the like the lure plants and things like that. I know it's not very hard, but it's the way my brain works is I always, like I think I talked about this before, is I like to make the similar builds over and over that I'm comfortable with. Otherwise, my brain just like freezes. So I just want to keep it entertaining for the stream, you know. Like I don't want to struggle through, like putter through this asteroid if the stream isn't enjoying it as much as a new start, especially since now I got the achievement, which is pretty cool. By the way, let me just show you guys something that I'm going to. Oh, we have this is exactly what I want to show you. We have a Sandy shell. I found this pokey shell roe down here. Since this guy just resides in water, he has a 100% chance of laying the roe eggs. The Sandy shell roe eggs. So this guy here is amazing because he will delete all the germs that come into this water, which is great because my My germ setup here isn't working as well as I thought it would, and it's also not working here as I thought it would. The main problem with this is that I'm putting in too much germs. Like I've let it accumulate for way too long. All right, let's just go ahead. I've let it accumulate for way too long, and now I have so many germs that the Wheezworts, just these two Wheezworts, aren't quite killing it quick enough. And then this one here, the radiation's just being blocked. So what it is doing, it is kind of cooling the water just a tiny bit, I guess, or the atmosphere. Although not, it's a very trivial amount, obviously. Now the water that I'm sending into my Hydra is automatically being filtered of germs because these Wheezworts are more powerful than the germs that is being produced in the oxygen. So everything that I'm sending to my base is germ-free in terms of oxygen. But the water that I'm going to be sending into my Paku tank is not going to be free of germs. So we can start sending that. Oh, this was a problem before too, right? I basically have to I have to change the direction of this. This comes to here. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get water continuously coming into that valve or that liquid vent. Let me just go and do that before I forget. So it should be like this, and then, I mean, I guess this is redundant anyway. I don't even need that. And then I can hook this up. So now that I have a Pokey Shell row here, this guy is going to help delete all the germs that flow into this area. Running 300 cycles on a tiny Hydra. Yes. Well, the Hydra can supply enough oxygen. We have way more than enough oxygen that we need. The problem is that it's not making enough hydrogen for us. And then we have a little bit of carbon dioxide accumulation here, which isn't ideal either. But yeah, it's mostly just... I mean, what I should have done, which I can do right now, is just move this over. Build this. Let's do this. Let's move this over. Whoops, just like that. And then push everything over so we can put a carbon skimmer here because there's going to be CO2 accumulating at the bottom of this base. Yes, Stringer. Hey, what's up? What's up, Stringer? Yeah, so today we are definitely going to get plastic. I have the oil well already on its way. I have the polymer presses here set up. Oh, and Jim was saying I missed this message earlier, but he was talking about his asteroid that has all the metal volcanoes too, which I absolutely love, Jim. That is one of my favorite things about playing on different asteroids. So I might take your suggestion and do that one. But like I said, I have a lot to look through. I'll definitely pick one that I think will be fun for the stream to watch. For my next playthrough, and I will definitely look at that. Now, for here, I guess I can go... You know what? I'm not afraid of no zombie spores. Not afraid at all. Bring on the zombie spores. Just gonna make a very, very... This is mercury here? Yeah, this is mercury. Just gonna make a very tiny liquid lock somewhere here. Put some ladders in here so we can figure ourselves out, and then well, we'll figure something out here. Gotta dig this all out. What's this? Oh, that's funny. That's just freezing. Oh, I gotta focus on this too. This is gonna be a bad time if I don't get some water in here. How are you doing tonight, Stringer? Sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. I need to get water in here ASAP because this is about to blow its top off. Hey, Jaws, an oil well. Yes, we got an oil well started finally for some plastic. I have plenty of water, so I figured it's about time. Now, the only thing that I think what I should do is build this and then dig under it, make the liquid lock on this side. Because I really don't feel like building a liquid lock here and then having all of this mercury flow into the chamber. Then I have to get it out, and all that stuff is just more work. So what I think I'm going to do is just dig below, let everything drop, and then build the insulation around it. And then we have a little bit of oil already there or whatever. So hopefully we don't get any ethanol or mercury. Oh, of course you guys are going to get stuck. Of course you guys are going to get stuck because you build things in the wrong order every time. Okay. Well, just continue to dig yourself out. You should be able to make that jump. There you go. An oil well, Inani, isn't just a resource. It's a promise. A reminder that even in the cold void, pressure and patience can turn the deepest darkness into power. That sounds a lot like ChatGPT, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the M dash kind of gives it away there. But thank you, Jaws. Thank you for joining tonight, and I appreciate the love. So I was just talking to the chat earlier about we got the achievement for going 100 cycles past the Demolier Impact, which I didn't think you could get on playing on the non-lab version of the playthrough. So I'm really happy about that. I achieved the goal that I wanted to, and it wasn't we did get some water in here. That's okay. That's okay. We can mop that up. It wasn't an artificial goal either because for a while I didn't think I could get it since I'm not playing on the lab. But we ended up getting it, so I'm very happy about that. So what I was asking the chat is, would they like to see me start a new asteroid now that we've gotten this done? And that's kind of the dilemma that I'm running into. Now I've achieved my goal. Do I start something new? There's a lot of votes for starting something new. So this didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, but let's not build these maybe. And I keep digging lower so everything just keeps falling. We have to be careful too because, yeah, you want to be... Let's just flood the Spore Child. New asteroid. Okay, we'll finish this playthrough because like this playthrough we're well on our way to have a... Oh, someone's trapped. That's my fault. Okay, that's my fault. I'll take the blame for that. What do you have down here? You have some granite? Okay, you can build this out of granite. There you go. I'll take the hit on that. All right. So we got some zombie spores in here. Now this should be interesting. This should be interesting. Maybe it's time to start a disease clinic of some sort. What do you guys think? Take that 200C tile. You want me to? Check out Sakurai. Should we do it? I don't want to burn down the asteroid just yet. So yeah, there's been a lot of votes for new asteroids. So I'm going to play this whole stream with this asteroid, and then I'll be back. I won't be back on Wednesday because that's Christmas Eve, I believe. So I'll be back maybe Tuesday or... I might be back Tuesday. We'll do a stream before Christmas, and then there's no stream until the weekend again, probably. So that's kind of the schedule going forward. But yeah, I want to get everyone's opinion who usually comes by and see what they have to say about potentially starting anew. Like the main thing is that I got to where I wanted to get to. I got 100 cycles past, and now it's basically just a matter of doing the things to survive and doing the things needed to not basically blow the base up. This little guy, hopefully he starts deleting the food poisoning germs at some point, because we're gonna get a lot of it. Okay, this can be deconstructed. I say start a new one if you met all your goals for the current asteroid, otherwise you're forcing yourself to keep playing this one. That's a good point, Stringer. That is a very valid point. Well, I really like Jim's suggestion of starting on the asteroid that has all of the different metal volcanoes. That's one of my favorite parts of Ani, is naming these things and just having a lot of resources. How much time do I have on this? 3 cycles? Okay, we need to get this done ASAP. ASAP. And then this is done. I can destroy this. This is made out of gold amalgam, which shouldn't melt as long as my cooling is working correctly. So we'll see. We'll see. Unless you can keep making new goals, I sort of want a restart of my playthrough, but I just keep making new goals and it keeps me going. Well, my main goal is to get to space and to explore space. But this thing being in the way with all the neutronomium tiles, I was trying to be optimistic about it, but there's really no good way to build around. Like, this area of the map is basically deleted. You could think of, like, yeah, there's some resources in here, but it would be extremely hard. Like, I don't even think I could build a hydrogen rocket here. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could. It doesn't go up as high as I imagine. But this area, because of all the neutronomium, it's basically useless, except for getting some igneous rock and maybe some geothermal and some hydrogen and some iron, which is not bad. I stress. Oh, grinding gears. Why did we not have any gear bomb? I guess we don't have any gear bomb. Probably not good. Should probably get that. That's a lot of gunk. I should maybe get out of here. Too much gunk, actually. All right. Well, let's see if I can empty some of this and get the gunk from here. If I start putting it in that thing. Extremely hard is only of the apex of the very easy. Well, you know, that's a good point, Jaws. I just figured it would be maybe. Oh, this guy's gonna be very mad. All the bionic duplicates are getting stressed. Well, you know, if you guys were a little bit quicker at making more gear bomb, I'm sure you wouldn't be as stressed. But yeah, it's not too, like, this is sort of an inconvenience. It's not like game breaking inconvenience. I'm just ready to, since I got the achievement, I think since that was my main focus, I'm almost ready to kind of just go past it and start anew. So that's why I wanted to get the chat's opinion as well. I mean, I can keep going. There's a lot of fun things to do on this asteroid. Like I said, I'm learning about all the new prehistoric DLC, for example, the Lumblums. The Mimicas have been a lot of fun. Bionic Duplicants have been great. It's really just, I don't know if it's... Why can't we get that? Let's go. I just want to make sure it was enjoyable for the chat as well, and for the VOD viewers. So I'm going to look at the VOD viewer comments as well for their opinion. Yeah, this is not gonna end well, I don't think. Sonia is gonna be very, very upset because she has no, I guess, yeah, grinding gears still. But yeah, like, everything is pretty good on this asteroid. We have food stable, we have oxygen stable. Like Luis pointed out, this is a very small Hydra, but we're making plenty of oxygen. Like these two gas pumps should be able to support 16. Oops, there's a little bit of a loop going on here. These two gas pumps should be able to support about 16 duplicates or so, but this is just not a lot of hydrogen. Which is why, by the way, we have this working. This is sending our... If it's above 500, we just keep that going the whole time, basically. Hopefully there's no other gases in here that doesn't seem to be any other gas. Well, this is a natural liquid lock that was made when I dug it out, so hopefully I didn't vacuum out any other gases. Maybe I did. A little bit of chlorine. But whatever. CJ Glass, hey, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining me on YouTube. Glad you could join the stream tonight. We are just about... we got an achievement earlier for making it 100 cycles past the Demolier impact. And now we have Sonia, who's very stressed out. So, not sure what I'm going to do about that. Not even sure why she's still stressed. Anyways, I'm just not going to worry about it until things start going really bad. And then this little standing shell, hopefully he grows up soon so we can start deleting the germs from here. That'd be cool. Because now we're sending germy water into our sweat corn plants, and our duplicants are going to be getting very, very sick soon. So let's start making some cultivating. Let's start making some tablets. Water. I have no water available. That sounds like it's fake. Why wouldn't I have water? There it is. That was weird. Let's just make some tablets so when our duplicants get food poisoning eventually. 11 duplicants, so much resistance. I struggle to stop at 20. Well, I want to take more bionic duplicants. That's kind of what my goal was for the rest of this playthrough, because I've been having a lot of fun using them. I want to get off the food. Like, this food is taking up a lot of peat, which means I have to keep these guys alive. I mean, I have more than enough peat to stay in this base now. It's been going up as long as the colony's been running. I also need to do this. I forgot to make that. Let's get our duplicants on that. Oh, and I also making... Yeah, I also got to keep digging down here. Get this little pip out of here. Maybe start digging that out as well. Dig this way. Try to get this exposed. I want to tame this as well, so this can be closed off. Let's sweep this out. I don't think we have an automatic dispenser anywhere nearby. Let's put that right here, so we can just take all this garbage and just toss it out. I say you do metal volcano rich asteroid with the oops on all what bio dupes, you mean? With oops all dupes. Oops all dupes. This guy's stuck. Why do you keep getting stuck? Okay, you got sedimentary rock. Let's build a ladder out of sedimentary rock. So metal rich asteroid, I'd have to do a spaced out variant of the game, right? So it'd be like the oh no, don't tell me okay. I'm gonna say don't tell me I have a bunch of germs in this too. All biodupes. I could do biodupes for that would be actually a really good idea, Stringer, because metal rich would give me a lot of metal to make early power banks, which would be my worry. Oops, all dupes is just to play on words. When I first started streaming and people would make jokes in the chat, I told them that you have to warn me that you're about to make a joke, so I would get it. So that the rules never changed. But you're a lot newer, Stringer, so this game seems like there's 8 million things to keep track of. Yeah, it's great if you have it's great if you're like me and you have ADHD. Oh, then we got some gunk in there finally. Yeah, there's literally 8 million things to keep track of, and it's great. It stimulates your mind if you're someone like me who loves the chaos of something going on at all times. Like, it's great. All while watching, I've been trying to gauge your humor. I have oh, these guys are flooded now. I have a what I like to consider more of a deadpan humor. I don't know if it always comes across that way. I've been trying to make my humor more obvious. Oh, nice. We got some plastic. That's great. Oh, I should have taken a bionic duplicate there. I saw one. Finally. Finally, there was a bionic duplicate, and I didn't take it. Oh. Okay, well, anyways. I've been trying to grow out of the deadpan humor so people would understand it more, but I will never. Okay, this is gonna start erupting soon. But yeah, it's this game is absolutely amazing. especially like right now. There's a lot of things going on that I probably could have avoided. It's not actually. It's pretty normal to have all this chaos going on when the base is new. You usually get this cleaned up like later on in the game, but there's always something going on. Like for example, CJ Glass. Here's my current issues. You ready for this? I have lots of food, but I'm about to start producing food with germy water because I'm not cleaning my water correctly. Luckily, I have a Sandy Shell here who is now doing a great job at that. Although he's a little bit slow by himself, and he's eventually going to kill my pack. Oh, sorry, I can't say that on YouTube. He's eventually going to evolve my Packoos because he'll lay an egg at some point and just absolutely obliterate these guys. So it's not the ideal solution. So that's problem number one. Problem number two, I'm almost out of power. Although now I seem to be running out of power surplus ever since I installed another gas pump in my Hydra, steal my hydrogen and put it into my storage facility for my hydrogen area. So now I seem to be more stable on power. I need to get this gold volcano properly tamed and online, because in 3 cycles it will come online and it was going to obliterate everything in here if there's no sufficient cooling with the steam. So I really need duplicants to hurry up and put some more water in. I need to get research done because my conveyor belt that is going to be picking up the gold will not have a thermal sensor on it, so it'll just drop hot gold into this water. I need to get oil wells online, which is actually pretty close now. Just gotta get an access point for my duplicants. I think I really messed up here because this is quite hot, so I probably should not try to dig there. I'll try to go in from up top and just go right past the Spore Child. That's another thing that I ran into is now I've exposed my duplicants, albeit they're in Atmos suits, but I've exposed them to zombie spores. So now there's a chance that my colony could be wiped out by them. So I have to probably build a disease clinic at some point because I decided that zombie spores are not going to be an issue for me. Yeah, I just have a bunch of water that I have germs in that I don't know what to do with at this point. It's slowly but surely being put into my infinite storage tank that's also full of germs. And I'm also trying to tame the saltwater geyser, which is actually dormant right now, so I can just go ahead and analyze it. It's really good. And then in the meantime, we'll also mop up the polluted water here because I don't want any polluted water in the way of that. Okay, so this is about to start working. Let's go ahead and delete the bottle emptier so we don't get told that it's broken. I do enjoy joking, so I gotta figure it out. Well, give me your best shots, Stringer. I always used to tell, because there was a lot of I don't know, a lot, maybe relatively speaking. People would come in the chat and joke around, and I didn't get it. So I would tell them, like, listen, just give me a heads up if you're about to tell me a joke. so I could laugh at, because I'd be reading the chat and I would be like, what does that mean? And then they'd be like, oh, this is a joke. This is why it's funny. And I'd be like, oh yeah, now I get it. So I'm just very slow when it comes to jokes. That's all. Now let's sweep all the garbage out of here as well. Not that we need to, but I speak fluent sarcasm, says Jaws. Cool, I've never seen a duplicant succumb to zombie spores. Well, neither have I, so I have no idea how that's gonna go. We're about to see Sunyar just get well, depends on what they have low morale. Why do they have low morale? That's another issue I have, CJ Glass, is now my Sunyar is apparently not happy, and they're about to start being very destructive. And when they do that, what are they gonna do? How do you find out what they like to do? They will break into dance when they're overjoyed, which is great. And they will emit electrical shocks when they're stressed. Well, that's just fantastic. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm also not looking forward to my Packoos disappearing because of this guy, but something's got to be done about the germs, so I guess that's what we're doing now. And I'm going to install a carbon skimmer right there so we can get rid of the never-ending amount of carbon dioxide that is pooling up. By the way, are these guys happy? Yes, they're happy. So at least the Blumlums are happy. So I'm producing a little bit of algae again, which is great. This has gotten... Oh, this is... Yeah, okay, I see. I no longer need this to be working. I can actually get in here and mop up the gunk now. Shocks add stress to duplicants that come into contact with Sunyar. Well, that's just lovely to hear, Jaws. I can't wait for that to happen. Okay, her stress level is depleting though, so that's a good thing. Let's see if we did our thing properly and we have sufficient amounts of water in here to at least cool this area. What I should also do is just block this off because the oil eventually the oil will get very hot and heat up the atmosphere in here. Oh, CJ Glass is followed on Twitch. Hell yeah, thanks for the follow, CJ Glass. Appreciate it. Oh, you're my 70th follower. So we have met 70 followers on Twitch. That's awesome. Thank you so much for getting me to that point, CJ Glass. Really, really appreciate it. We are doing great now on the Twitch side. So appreciate you guys for all your support. Everywhere, whether it's YouTube or Twitch. At one point, we did stream on Kick, but then when I upgraded my capture device, Kick no longer accepted my higher quality signal. So I just ended up saying goodbye to Kick for now until we figured that out. Never had a viewer on Kick anyway. I think I was my only viewer. I don't think it's the platform for Ani. But yeah, so anyways, I think the game plan for this playthrough is this may be the final episode of the Prehistoric DLC that we're on now, and maybe we'll start Jim's asteroid or a similar style asteroid on the next episode. I think that would be a lot of fun. But for now, we'll see how far we get. We'll get some plastic up and going because that was kind of the goal. Why can't we get... okay, yeah, we can get in there. We're just taking a long time. Sonia is still a little bit stressed out, but hopefully things calm down a little bit. So we have some gold coming out finally. And we'll just... Like, we have lots of natural gold, gold amalgam that we've already made into refined gold. Let's keep going with some steel. Let's keep going with some gold. And let's keep going with iron. Let's get our duplicants busy. What's the end goal of this game? Survival, or is there a story? Well, there's kind of a very vague story. The goal of the game is basically whatever you decide to make it. So, yes, I know it's one of those games. The actual goal is inside the printing pod. So there's a little checklist here. It says home sweet home, survive 200 cycles, maintain 16 duplicate morale, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And at the end of it is cosmic archaeology and the Great Escape. Establish several colonies, open the temporal tear, and breach the temporal tear. It's basically to get to space. So right now we're just trying to survive and make things happen and not lose our colony. Eventually we want to get to space, which is here, and build rocket ships to get to explore the star map, and then get to other planets to get more resources. There's a lot of planets. There's a lot of asteroid fields, planets all around the star map, which will give us very high quality materials that we can use to enhance our base, enhance production, and all that stuff. So once you get that all done, and you have rocket ships going to different planets, you can eventually go into this temporal tear. But you have to go on another asteroid first to open the tear, which is also a challenge in and of itself. And then it sends your duplicants off into, I forgot exactly what it was, but it kind of sends them like off into another universe. And the whole idea of the story is that they come through in another player's printing pod, just like that. So every 3 cycles, this thing lights up, and you can print another duplicant. or sometimes materials, like Hassan, Freya, and Nisbet, and whoever like I send through the temporal tear. The lore is that they come out in a different universe on another player's printing pod. I think that's kind of the idea. If somebody else wants to, I have a lot of little pips here now. And now, if you're brand new to the game, CJ Glass, if you've never ever played it, there's a lot of really fun elements along the way. So you're not just, well, let me get this mopped up here. Actually, I don't need to get this. I just need to get the gunk mopped up. Let's see, gunk. I will just empty that. I guess I can't reach that. It's kind of unfortunate. Why would there be a bottle of gunk there? That's a lot of gunk that I cannot access. Well, you know what? Let's just maybe go through here and try to get that gunk. Where are you taking the gunk? Okay, you're putting it in there. That's great. So one of the best things about the game is getting to that point in space. Because in order to get to space, you need a lot of different materials, a lot of high quality materials, and a lot of power. And that progression to get to that point is what's fun about the game. There's a lot of challenges to go through. Like, first of all, when you first start, your duplicants have no source of oxygen, they have no source of food, and they have no source of water. So you have to sort of build your way up all those things. So first you start with producing food for them, which is usually very basic crops. Then you start producing, let me just, hold on. I'm gonna focus on this. Then you start producing, food. Then you find a reliable source of water. So in our case, we have a saltwater geyser here. We have a polluted water geyser here, or water vent rather. And all of these different sources produce water that is not ideal to use directly in your colony. So salt water has obviously salt in it, so you have to desalinate it. Polluted water is very, very germy. It's not good for your colony either. So you have to filter it with water sieves, and then once you filter it into clean water, which is what we're doing here, with the help of our water sieves, the germs don't immediately disappear. So we have like radiation to help clean the germs, or sometimes you can use like chlorine to clean the germs. But you can also have like sandy shells, which basically eat all the germs. And this little guy's trying his best, but he's just not able to keep up. And in fact, this little guy is probably going to be a detriment, because once he lays an egg, these little pacus are going to be obliterated, because when he lays an egg, he protects the egg by attacking anything near it. So it's ultimately not going to work out very well for me to keep him there. Why is this doesn't look the same as that? So anyways, all that to say that there's a lot going on in this game. And like I said, if you're like me and you love being pulled in different directions at all times, it's a fantastic game. You can spend, it's like Civilization, where you can just spend hours and hours playing one more turn. In this case, it's one more cycle. So just absolutely fantastic. Right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get oil online so we can get plastic. Now, when we get oil, the oil has to be refined into petroleum. So we have to build a metal refinery, and then we can use it in our polymer press. So that's kind of the immediate goal that I want to get past. So yeah, oil refinery. This produces natural gas, so we could put it in the same area as this, which also produces natural gas, and then we could use the natural gas for power. So it's like you can use the resources, you can use the byproducts of resources over and over for your base. Now, if I'm going to do that, I think I should put the thing up here. So maybe what we'll do is change this. Let's do the oil refinery. Maybe we'll put it right here. Sort of here. So we'll build some insulated tiles like that, and then we'll go down. And then that'll fit right there. We'll build ladders going up. like so. Yeah, that'll work out perfect. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll put an oil refinery inside of our oil well, and hopefully it doesn't overheat. 75 degrees. Well, maybe we'll build it out of gold or steel or something, just so it doesn't overheat. And then we can kind of keep it in the same room and harvest all the natural gas. That I don't have to vacuum out a separate room just for the oil refinery. Now this, I'm waiting for gold here. So this I should be able to build because should have some gold. Yeah, I have 11 tons of gold available. But yeah, there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different resources. You can see if you scroll down this list. This is not even all the resources that's available in the game. So it's pretty comprehensive in that sense that there's just a lot going on at all times. And what we were talking about earlier is this asteroid is a DLC asteroid that is sort of unique with the resources that you're given to start with and the little critters that you're given to start with. Actually, I'm surprised that these are still happy. These guys are doing really well just by themselves here. Producing a lot of peat for me as well. 57 tons now we're up to. And I really hope that he doesn't obliterate the Pacus. So this is quite a unique... Why do we keep getting gunk in here? I don't understand why the gunk... Where's the gunk coming from? Or are they maybe they're trying to use the gunk extractor at the same time. And I only have one, so they use the bathroom. That's most likely what's happening. See, and I kind of just forgot about all this gunk that was coming out of the gunk extractor, so now it's just all over the place. So just get rid of that. Sweep all this. I just need to relocate that. I could probably close this back off and maybe build another gunk. Yeah, there we go. Maybe build a second gunk extractor or put them on different schedules so they're not... Yeah, they're all trying to go to the bathroom at the same time. So let's put Gizmo on here. And I could even split them up even more if I really wanted to, but we'll see if that works. But I'm almost certain that's why we kept running into issues. Let's empty this. I don't know why I have that. So anyways, I hope that answers your question, CJ Glass, about the game. I kind of went on a little bit of a rant there that perhaps didn't 100% make sense, but that's the gist of the entire game. Okay, just gotta get that wall built in. Then we can almost start working on this. I don't know where I keep getting polluted water from there. Maybe I didn't fully vacuum it out before. Or mop it up, rather. Then we'll get some power hooked up to this pump. And then also... Okay, we already have that set up. Perfect. We gotta get the Pip out of here, too. I don't know what the Pip is doing here. Where's the Pip? Why can't I click on him? Just anywhere but there, please. Get out of there. Otherwise, you're gonna get locked in. There's an egg in here. Why? Sanyar is getting mad again. Why is Sanyar getting so mad? Okay, what was I gonna search? The, what's that thing called? The carbon skimmer. Let's build that one. I think that one looks cool. Carbon skimmer needs water, and it will give us polluted water. So, just like that. Now, yeah, I'm more than happy to send all my polluted water into there. I'm not sure why. You know what? Let's keep putting reed fibers in here. I was gonna relocate this, but I don't think it matters. Let's just put reed fibers here. Get these mimicas something to do, and then. Whose bed is this? This is Turner's bed. Let's put Turner up here. And just have this as a spare bed for someone else. Somebody else to come in at some point. Let's see if we can mop up this. No, we can't mop up the gunk. Okay, so everything seems to be okay. Right? Let's go check on our oil well once again. This is doing all right. The oil well needs water. That's the first thing that we should try to get hooked up here, which is pretty easy because we seem to have plenty of it. Like I can just literally use this. This is all water. I don't have anything there but water. And then just go straight through like so. That's fine. Put a liquid bridge in here. And then what I wanted to change, there was something here that was not good. This thing. Deconstruct this. And then bring power with deconstruct. First of all, deconstruct this wire. And then build this heavy watt cable like that. That way the duplicants can continue to use the ladder because that heavy watt conductive plate was blocking the ladder. I also need power in here, which I think we'll probably get. This is probably not ideal, but we'll put power in like so. And then we'll just run it down. Take a look at. Okay, so they're doing all right. I think I need to get power into here as well. We left off with the power here. I don't mind running heavy watt conductive wire all over the place right now. We have critical power levels for Sunyar. Okay, she must have. Okay, well, Sunyar's not having a lot of fun right now. I don't know how she got. Or ran out of water or power rather. Do I take Gizmo? I'm having so many problems right now. I'm just gonna hold off on that. Because for some reason I guess I don't have enough battery banks right now. I think I should. Let's move the nuclear waste out of here as well. I'm tired of having that there. Just put it right there. Hopefully someone can get that done. Just not sure if I want to take any more abandoned duplicants since I've been having so many issues with them. Oh, we'll just wait. We'll wait on that. This looks like it's almost done. Let's go ahead and. Oh, you know what? For power, I really shouldn't make heavy water in here. It's not going to end very well. Let's use conductive. I just don't want all that heat leaking out and making a big mess. Seems like it would be a bad idea. Now we have salt water here. I don't even know how that happened. Well, let's go get it then. Because I definitely don't want it to be sucked up into my water storage. Yeah, this guy's just not able to keep up by himself. But I wonder if we can get another sandy shell. Where did I get this guy from? It was from here. Is he... No, he's not protecting. I don't think I have any more sandy shell. Rose. Keep an eye on that. And I don't know why they're taking so long to build this either. Next activity is in 25 cycles. So I have lots of time to get that up and running. This here, we're finally producing some steam. This pipe is blocked, so we want to make sure that this is not... Oh, that's dumb. Just put the bridge on the wrong way. Then we'll build the liquid bridge there. What was this one for? Oh, this was for the cooling. Probably should get that online. How's the plastic coming along? Pretty good. We're almost completed the oil well setup, but now I've decided to put the oil well in with the the oil refinery. I'm going to be putting the oil refinery right here, and that way I only have to vacuum out one building to produce oil and the gases from the natural gas. So the natural gas that comes out of the oil refinery, and then just capture both gases in one room, and then I can send it to a natural gas generator. So that's kind of the idea there. And then we can finally get some plastic online with these guys. Now, since we do have some plastic available, since I got it from the printing pod, I can at least get this high pressure gas vent installed and then start running pipes to it to feed the petroleum. We'll just use regular pipes, I think, because it's already quite hot in here, so I don't think I really care about having more heat. That's kind of how that it's going. I haven't taken anyone yet from the printing pod just because I'll just take the seeds at this point. How are we doing with the germs here? A little bit of germs starting to propagate in that area. This is just a lot of germs now, but I have tablets. Holy smokes. Sunyar's really mad. Why is Sunyar so upset? You know why? It's probably because she has too many boosters. Let's take out some boosters from Sunyar. There we go. It'd be kind of interesting to see her get mad, but we'll just go and help her out. She's gonna start losing some stress pretty soon, hopefully. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she's gonna lash out. We'll see. Grinding gears as well. She's at 100% now. Oh no, she's destroying everything. Oh no, that's terrible. At least she's gonna run out. Yeah, she ran out of power. Okay. Just obliterates the entire base. All right, well, she even took out liquid piping. Wow. This needs power. Yeah, plastic is coming along pretty well, I think. My duplicates are busy doing other things. Let's go ahead and set this on a higher priority. Taking forever. And then we can put a block up here. Can put the oil refinery here. Oh, maybe, yeah. Hopefully they don't try to dig this out until they finish this. Let's finish that and then they can dig that out. And then that's to do something like this. And then we can set up a lubrication station. So, oh no, that's exactly what I didn't want happening. Oh, Trivaldo, thank you so much. I looked away for literally 2 seconds, and that's what ended up happening. Well, that's okay. It wasn't as catastrophic as I thought it would be. We have some polluted water mixed in with ethanol, salt water. I'm pretty sure we have some brine. We have everything down here. At least we have a natural liquid lock, so I guess that's a win. Although we are going to have oil in here, which is most likely going to sort of ruin it. Maybe I should have I should destroy this and have another liquid lock up here. And just have a ladder to come down. At this point, I think that might be a better idea than having to deal with this liquid lock that's full of water and oil and all that stuff. Don't need this. Made a mess. How did Quinn make a mess here? I'm not sure how that happened because she wasn't trapped. She just couldn't get to the toilet, I guess. I have no idea. Another duplicate making... Oh, no. We probably don't have water. Oh, because I diverted all the polluted water from here. Oh, okay, I see. I see why that happened. Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to have some duplicates making a mess until I can get water in here again. There we go. That should be okay. At least they can't pee inside the water supply. Although somehow we did get some polluted water in there. Just a lot of things going not according to plan in this base. Let's just get oil online. Let's focus on that. I don't need to have that priority. Sanyar is still very upset. Like, you know, you have a lot of problems and a lot of issues in your base when this has been queued up for build, or how long now? Maybe I just don't have iron ore. That could be it too. I mean, I have some iron ore. Some refined iron ore, rather. Yeah, I have a little bit of everything, but there's so many other things for them to do that they're not able to get to the things that I've wanted done so long ago. The only thing you can do with the Demolier is turn it into a giant industrial sauna. Yeah, I could do that. That would be interesting. But I really like your idea, Jim, of starting on your asteroid. I think that might be a good idea. But like I said, I'm going to wait for the next stream. Won't be until Tuesday. Like I said, I won't be back Wednesday, just because Wednesday is the holiday, like Christmas Eve, I believe. Just check the calendar. So I'll be back Tuesday night, and then we might start a new asteroid on Tuesday night. Because I got what I wanted done on this asteroid already, so I'm pretty happy with how it's gone. I'm happy that we were able to survive. It's just the base was it's so hectic because of how we had to start it and how we had to constrain ourselves to build for the 100 cycles after the impact. And now we're sort of trying to reorganize everything after things are already built, that I feel like it would just be more worthwhile to start anew. But my only problem is that there's so much I can do. I keep having to figure out what to do next. Yeah, that's one of the best parts of Ani, I feel like. In this one, I'm almost... Like, if this was a colony that I was playing offline, I probably would have restarted at this point and tried to reorganize the way I built certain things, just so I would have more fun when I'm at this stage. So that's why I'm really leaning towards taking this chat suggestion and just restarting on the next playthrough. And actually, maybe at the end of the stream, well, I really want to get Plastic Online though. Now that's my newest. Oh, Stinky got stuck. Okay, how can we get you out of here? I think the easiest thing would be to build a ladder here. What do we have? Granite? There we go. Oh no, we can't, because you can't go that way. All right, well, you really got yourself stuck, didn't you? No, how about you just don't worry about that? How about you focus on getting yourself out of here and then going to the bathroom? I can see how mad you are. Go right there. So I think what we'll do, the gym, is at the end of this episode. I swear the dupes are insanely good at trapping themselves. Yeah, I feel like they are. Actually, we'll keep that off. Yep, Stinky made a mess. That's like their best thing that they can do, is trap themselves. I'm gonna take a look at your asteroid at the end of this playthrough, or end of this stream, and then maybe we'll just start it up. We'll start it up, like get duplicants, put a poll. Hey, Uther. Well, I've been taking just the chat suggestions, and so far everyone has said to start on a new asteroid. Jim said it's their duper power. Yeah, it is their duper power. I could do a poll though. I could try to figure it out. It shouldn't be that hard. Let's do a poll. Sounds super cool. All right, so let's see how we start a poll here. Start a poll. Perfect. Create a poll. Start a new. Hopefully I spelled achievement right. Can I set a duration, or does it just keep going? There we go. There's a poll set up. Not sure how long it goes for. Oh, Thimble Reads. That would have been insanely helpful 100 cycles ago. But yeah, I kind of have already decided. Like I was saying earlier, just a moment ago, is this asteroid it was just so chaotic because of how we had to prepare ourselves for impact, that I almost want to start. I would also. Sorry, let me start that again. I would almost want to restart this asteroid and plan everything out so I don't have to rearrange the entire setup. Just to fit in where I want to have the base, or everything in the base located. You know what I mean? Like, we've had to move a lot of things to make room for the bedrooms, and we've moved, everything is just very tight together. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the restart. But I want to get Plastic Online. That's kind of the main goal. I want to at least... What? Again? How do you guys keep getting yourself stuck? I might, just give you a way to get out this way. Every single time. The printing pod is always really useful. It's just always late. That is true. Okay, so I have to get my power through here because I cannot take it in through this area. Actually, what I should do is bring it in through here and then put a mesh tile on this side. Sort of like that. Remove this, and then close this off. Now, there's no way they're going to get themselves stuck in this configuration. But yeah, I'm super happy that we got the achievement because I was going for that at the beginning of the playthrough, if you guys remember. I know I'm repeating myself here, but just in case some people have just joined, like Uther here, I was going for the achievement from the start, and then I was under the impression after a certain amount of time that you can't get the achievement unless you're playing on the lab, which made sense because that's what the achievement was called. It was called like survive 100 cycles if you're playing on the lab or whatever. So the fact that we got it now is I'm super happy about that, and that was kind of the whole goal of this entire playthrough, is to get both achievements, one for shooting down the Demolier and the other one for playing 100 cycles after the lab. Yeah, we did get it. It's great. I was very, very happy. We got it like right at the beginning because I started the stream on cycle 300, so cycle 301 it unlocked. So I'll have to rename the title of the stream after it's done. Actually, I wonder if I can do that. Wonder if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that now. I probably can, but I don't feel like dealing with it. So I'll just rename it after. But yeah, so I think at the end of this episode, which is probably in another 30 minutes or so, what we'll do is take a look at Jim's asteroid, and maybe we'll play Jim's starting on the next stream. Because I really like the sound of Jim's asteroid, but I forgot to look at it off stream. So instead of trying to remember to do that again, I'll just look at it on stream. I'm just very, very forgetful, so I'd rather just deal with it now because I can. Actually, here, this would be a good opportunity for a liquid lock. Can I? No, I can't really build one there. I'll just put one here. I think I'll just move this over or something. Open this water up. Drain everything. And then put a liquid lock here. That will work out a lot better. Okay, so now we're producing oil. That's really cool. So we're one step closer to plastic. Now, I probably don't want to produce too much oil because this will eventually require the off gas with a duplicate. So I'm going to cut the water off just for the time being. And we'll let it run as long as it wants to. And then we're going to get out all of the bad gases in here. Just like this. Boom. Put a liquid lock in here. Do something like this. And this will fill up with oil and create its own. Actually, that's a good idea. Since it's going to fill up with oil and make its own liquid lock, I don't really have to worry about that. Block this side off. And then we are good to go. But we need some power in here as well. 480 watts. Let's see how our power is looking these days. So we are in a surplus now. We have 250 kilograms of hydrogen. which is really good. Earlier, we were running on like the brink of, on the brink of not having any power whatsoever. But I think it's really started to ramp up ever since I put these 2 gas pumps in my at the top of my spawn. And then we'll dig this out as well, I suppose. Mop up the liquid. That's very important. I don't want any water mixed in. And then we can delete all this. Critical power level. I don't know why. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't know why Sunya keeps getting very sad. Guess we'll take off some more boosters. See if that helps out. Now there's a lot to repair because Sanyar was very angry. Okay, let's get this online so I can... I'm pretty sure you can stop... Turner's hurt. I don't even know why Turner's hurt. Move the crude oil into here once I finish building that. And then we have a liquid lock. Now, there's no possible way they can get themselves trapped in here, I don't think. But you never know. I want to also take out research because I'm not going to go for any research anymore. I'm tired. I'm just tired of seeing the message up there. Well, Sonyar, you know what? That's your fault for not getting power banks, I guess. We have an eco power bank right there, but I don't think any of my duplicants are interested in helping Sonyar. See if we can move her up. Check on the metal volcano. Doing pretty good. The generator seems to be working. And we have another... Yeah, okay. Sanyar still incapacitated. Wonder if anyone's on the way to save her. You can't... I guess you can't really check. On the account of there's no errands tab on Sanyar. There's just so much for my duplicants to do, especially with all these repairs, that it's taken forever to get the plastic online. Let's get the crude oil moved. I want to pick up that crude oil. Oh, that's probably water. Okay, got it. In that case, I don't really care. Nickel. Right. Let's find that and we'll pick something else. I'll take Lindsay. At this point, I need all the help that I can get. I'm not even sure if we're gonna get plastic at this rate. It's taking forever. Taking forever to build. Well, we'll do a very rudimentary build here of that, and then we'll put a liquid pump in here, like so. Get some power hooked up. Can you skill reset for bionics? You mean with the skill scrubber? And I can take off boosters, which helps lower their. That doesn't help reload. Oh, that actually doesn't lower their morale. I thought it would. Can skill scrubbers be used on bionic duplicates? It's a good idea. Skill scrubber bio dupes. You can remove the boosters. Just click on. Well, Google says I can just remove the boosters, but that hasn't really helped me have less stress on Sunyar. Let's see if I can use that. Skill scrubber. Just put it right here. We'll see. We'll check it out. We will check it out. Just put all that to max. Okay, skill scrubber, Sunyar. I guess you can. Lots will be lost. So I suppose, yeah, I suppose you can assign them, and like Stringer says, slots will be lost. So it's probably a decision. It would probably be more ideal to have higher morale for them than it would be to entirely scrub them. Oh, I like how much I like all the dartles that I've saved. I think that was a pretty good achievement for the colony. Saving all the dartles. Yeah, so I think as soon as we get plastic, that's kind of my mini goal just for this episode. This is overheating. I built it out of the wrong thing. The one thing I don't like about skill scrubbing is that if you get a duplicate with a free skill, they lose that one. Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, that is kind of annoying, isn't it? I should change the material on this. So, yeah, that is kind of annoying. I guess you have to be extra careful to make sure that you don't accidentally scrub a duplicate. I mean, I've never had to use skill scrubber like because of morale issues. This is the first base where for some reason it's just sort of gone off the rails. But I guess that's because as Sunyar spends more time in like this area in the pits where there's literally no morale whatsoever or no decor, it probably just brings her way down. Okay, so we got plastic now. So I'm pretty happy that we were able to get that set up, albeit very slowly. We have gold production. I mean, our water situation is doing pretty good. We could be doing better. The sandy shell isn't really doing as good with the germs as possible. I mostly only use it for colonist and space dupes most of the time. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used it for saving a duplicate morale-wise, just to like reassign or to repurpose them. Hey, Williams says, hello, what is this pool about our new asteroid? Well, William, I got some great news. We got the 100 cycle achievement, and that was kind of the goal of doing the playthrough after the Demolier hit. So I was asking the chat if we wanted to start a new playthrough now that we've got to our goal. So at the very beginning, I started on cycle 300. And if you remember, I wasn't anticipating getting the achievement because I'm not playing on the lab. But since I did hit it, I was thinking that maybe we start something new. So I was going to check out Jim's asteroid that he recommended at the end of today's stream, just to see if it would be something that would be worthwhile considering. From the description that he has said so far in the chat, I think it would be a great asteroid for me to play. But we just got plastic up and running with the oil well, so we have a little metal refinery here. I guess I don't need this running anymore. That was a giant sea of red. Yeah. Yes, it was. Very dark red everywhere. So yeah, I was just asking the chat earlier. I've been alluding to it since the start of the playthrough, or since the start of the stream, because yeah, so that was the goal of the letting the demo layer hit, is to play 100 cycles after. And like I said in previous episodes, I wasn't even expecting to get the achievement because I was under the impression that I would not be able to since I'm not on the lab. But I'm pretty happy that I did get it, and now I think it might be time to start a regular playthrough instead of the prehistoric. So I'm taking suggestions to see what the viewers would like me to play. I have considered playing an all spaced out variation. So one of those asteroids where, like a spaced out variant asteroid where you have to go to different planets to get all the resources that you need for a thriving colony. Or a more regular classic but spaced out asteroid where you have a similar starting size asteroid to this one, like the classic or like the vanilla game, but with the rockets included. So those were the considerations that I threw out there. But beyond that, I mean, power's pretty stable. Power's actually at a surplus now. We have 200, almost 300 kilograms of hydrogen. That's serving our entire base. So power's pretty good. We have our volcano online, producing lots of gold for us. No way of cooling it just yet. We're now producing plastic, and we have natural gas, which we could be using for natural gas generators, albeit not a whole lot, but a little bit is always better than none. A regular Dave the Diver sounds good. I'll play Dave the Diver. It's on sale right now, so I was going to buy it because several people have suggested it. Let's do this. The poll was set up 19 minutes ago. We have 5 votes for yes, 0 for no. Let's go ahead and end the poll. I don't mind trying Dave the Diver on like an off-scheduled... Well, there's a lot of off-schedule streams that might come up in the near future because it's the holidays for me. That will start pretty soon. So I still plan to play Ori the Blind Forest on stream. I think Stringer has asked me to play that, so I wouldn't mind doing that. And I also wouldn't mind trying Dave the Diver because several people, including Kevin, I believe, said that it's a very, very fun game and that I would love it. So it's on sale right now on Steam. Steam's having their big winter sale. I actually bought Beam MG, I think it's called. Beam MG? Beam NG. So that's a pretty fun game. I've been looking forward to playing for a long time. But yeah, so this is looking pretty good. We should probably put a natural gas generator here. There's a lot of good games on sale. Yeah, there are. God of War Ragnarok is on sale. I really want to play God of War Ragnarok. Not sure. I mean, I don't think that's a game I would play on stream. I don't think... It's a game that requires a lot of focus, so I don't think they would be a good stream in the sense that I could talk to the chat a lot. And I'm not the best God of War player. I mean, I really liked God of War Ragnarok when I played it on the PS4, but I'm definitely not the best at it. But I would love to play that game again. Now that I have an OLED and a computer that can run it a lot better. Because at that point, I only had the PS4. I didn't have a very good PC. I would not mind trying that again. Let's just set up a natural gas generator, since we have the capacity to do so. I'll put a smart battery on here. Take this vent out of here. Made out of lead. That's not going to last very long. Make it out of gold at least. What's this made out of? Iron ore? Okay, well, it's probably not going to last very long either, to be honest with you. And then this just go in like... I mean, there are real batteries made from lead. That's true. In this game, lead is... it's already 60 degrees here, so... I don't know if that's the the smart option. I just figured I would get get rid of the natural gas that's in here instead of just venting it out. At least have a place where it goes. Seemed like it was a little bit of a more elegant solution than just blowing it out into the abyss. But yeah, I mean, I think looking back now, there's a lot that I learned from this playthrough. That if I was to do this exact asteroid for a third time, I mean, we got really far from the first time I tried it, where it was a colossal failure on all fronts to try to save the planet, to a relatively organized base that is semi-self-sustaining. Like, I mean, we have power. I mean, I could just let this base sit, and now we have power, we have water, which means we have food and oxygen. So this is basically a self-sustaining base in that sense. So I'm pretty happy with what I've learned from this playthrough, and there's a lot more to learn, obviously. Like, I could play this. I hate being rushed early in the game. I hate being rushed too, and this is not the best that I'm getting carbon dioxide in here. I absolutely hate being rushed as well, Jim. But I did it because I did it for science. I did it for science. Let's go in here like that, and then vent this out like so. And then just put power. Just put heavy wire here too. Why not? Let's get all this. The Relic Asteroid will probably be my last playthrough whenever I get around to it. I mean, it was fun. It was, like William said in previous episodes, it would have been more fun to have this destroyed and have the resources in space, because then you have all the space available on your asteroid to build. You don't have to worry about all the heat that's being generated and basically having this closed off for the foreseeable future after it hits. And it would be relatively close to your asteroid as well, so you could even have something like a carbon dioxide rocket potentially harvesting some of the materials from it. Now, I'm very happy that I didn't do that so I could get the achievement. We did 100 cycles, because remember, I set up the arbitrary goal for 100 cycles anyways. So I'm very happy that I got that. I'm very happy that I saved all these dartles, which is amazing. Like, I have so many of dartles now. All this little guy stuck. So there's a lot that I learned in this playthrough. I learned just how powerful the sweat corn is for your food, like making the veggie poppers. Just an insane amount of food, an insane amount of calories from here. So I'm very happy with that. That's a plethora of dartles. Yep, and we've that is a lot of dartles for sure. And we've been. Like, there was a lot of fun challenges on the way too. Like, for example, having to get feathers from the Rexes, and then reed fibers from these guys, so I could make Atmos suits. Remember, there was the Atmos suit struggle at one point. There was a water struggle at one point. There was like the oxygen. We almost ran out of oxygen because I ran out of algae entirely. I wasn't producing enough slime to keep my algae production up. I didn't have the Saturn critter trap functioning at all. So I wasn't making anything. Oh, that's hydrogen, right? The lumblums are the algae. I didn't have the lumblums functioning at all, or I didn't have any to make algae with. So I had to get my electrolyzer up and running right away. I had to get my cooling set up for my electrolyzers right away, or my hydro rather. So there was a lot of fun challenges along the way. But I think now that I got the achievement, I'm satisfied with how the game has went, and I'm happy to move on. Let's put natural gas here. Happy to move on and happy to start anew. So I'm going to take a look at your asteroid, Jim, and then we'll see if we want to continue that one on Tuesday. Now, if we do start a new playthrough, we have to come up with a good name for it. Super Duper Dreamland to me is like very iconic. I love that name. I love the playthrough of how it went on YouTube. I really enjoyed it. I played so many hours on that. Even sometimes I would log in offline and just clean the base, like have my duplicants put away all the garbage into the bins. And I would just sit there and let them do that because it was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that the next asteroid is similar, but I want to have a good name for it. So if anyone has any names, name it Bloody Disneyland. Okay, we'll consider Bloody Disneyland. I think a cool name that I can make a cool thumbnail for. Like, I really like the Nightmare Land thumbnail. That was super awesome, I think. Hopefully we can do a similar one. Bloody Disneyland, I don't know how I could make a thumbnail for that. Because there'll probably be some copyright issues within that somewhere. If you want to play the one I sent you, just to warn you, it's super wet at the start. That's all right. I like that. You'd want to avoid... Sorry, that was... you'd want to avoid biodupes for a bit and name it like Moist Caves or something. I don't know if there's like sexual innuendos there, Jim, or like sexual jokes with that. But I like a super wet start on my asteroid. I didn't mean it in that way. No problem. No worries, Jim. I just just the emphasis. I thought it was another one of those jokes that I'm supposed to get that I didn't get. But yeah, no, I like a wet start because I like having water. I like having water to do like that. The Super Duper Dreamland was handpicked because I had lots of water at the start. And I remember saying to someone in the stream chat, like, hey, we're gonna have so much water in this asteroid, I'm not even gonna know what to do with it. This little guy's doing his best. You know, you gotta give him props. Gotta give this guy props for trying his best. He's not quite achieving the goal that he was set out to do, but he's trying. I made a 12 by 30-ish tank just for all the tiny pools of water and polluted water that were everywhere. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot of starting water. Okay, so yeah, we got plastic going now. So that basically achieves the goal for this playthrough that I wanted to do. Sorry, this episode. That's a lot of Pacu meat. Yeah. That will be a lot. And it has 3 cool slush guys and right at the start. Jim, you're giving me basically my favorite starting location. All right, well, you know what? It's almost 2 hours into the stream. I think this asteroid is in my heart. I completed this asteroid to where I wanted to complete it to. I got all the achievements that I wanted to get out of this asteroid, and I had a lot of fun learning about all of the different prehistoric DLC. What's it called? Like mechanisms, if you will, like the intricacies of how to get food set up with the lums and the sweat corn and the grill or the smoker and all the other stuff that came along with like Atmos suits early on were a struggle, like, and the whole spiel that I talked about 5 minutes ago. So I think we're going to call this playthrough complete. If I can end it right here, I think I will. And I'm going to take a look at some other asteroids that perhaps we can play, particularly the one. We'll start with the one that Jim linked. Let's go over here. We'll do a save. Nightmare Land ×2. We'll say complete. Okay, this is kind of cool. I guess average power wasted a lot at the start. Total work time, total travel time keeps going up. Duplicates. Average work time went down. that kind of makes sense actually. As I kept getting more distracted. Average stress removed. Wild critters kept going up. That's good. We saved a lot of critters. I want to see you play a biodupe only. Yes, that's what someone else has already recommended. I think Stringer has recommended that, William. Stringer has recommended that. So we'll see. Total oxygen produced. I like how we have our dips when our hydro went offline. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's go to main menu. My favorite thing about sandbox game is you basically decide what your win conditions are. Yeah, I think so. That's always. I'm gonna start your playthrough in a sandbox, Jim, just so I can take a look. I know you said it's on maps not included, but I'll take a look on sandbox mode. Let me just make sure that's the right one. Sorry, that's very loud for you guys. I think just turn that down. So yeah, that's the right asteroid, I believe. I definitely want to have Interceptor, Hermit. I'm going to play with this time, the Somnomium synthesizer. I don't really care about Ancient Specimen. I don't know, do I need that? The Bio Builder, I don't really care about the Bio Builder. We'll do Ancient Specimen. And then we'll start with Sandbox mode on, just so I can reveal it, and we'll restart again to play on non-Sandbox mode, but... just going to basically blast through the start here and see what this is all about. And then maybe if the chat likes this asteroid as well, they can join along. I did everything except Ancient Specimen. This is Jim. Yeah, we'll just take whoever for now. All right, so this is... I just S-Dig for exploration. Well, here's a pro gamer tip. I'm just gonna do a quick reveal. Do 30. See what we're dealing with here. Oh, this is a Terra asteroid. All right, thank you for letting me know. I copy and pasted. I'm not sure why. It's on Spaced Out, right, Jim? Is it Spaced Out Classic or is it Spaced Out? Like when I go here, is it Spaced Out? Is it Classic or Spaced Out? Maybe that was the problem, that it's a Classic. Okay, that's probably. I think I clicked Spaced Out. There we go. That's the one. Yeah, Geoactive Metallic Caves. That's the one. I remember you telling me that. Okay, so Interceptor, Mysterious Hermit, Somnomium Synthesizer, and Ancient Specimen. Okay, let's try that again. The bustling tunnel. There it is. Cool. All right, so let's see what we got. Yep, this is it. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so got some very hot magma in there. Let's take a look at our radiation. So a little bit of a node there, and a little bit of uranium to start with. Pretty. Where's my starting location again? It's an alternate starting locations, right? So, holy smokes, I cannot find where these people are. Right there. All right. So we're starting. Okay. Oh, that's pretty close to the top. I kind of like that. We're starting in a very temperate location, which is really nice. I like that. I don't have to deal with a lot of heat early on. We got some plugs here. Plug sparks. Oh, a Paku's right away. Swamp shards. Nice. Okay, cool. I like this starting location. We got some cobalt. I like cobalt. It's one of my favorites. Oh, baby. That's wet as fuck, says a Stringer. Alternate up and to the left center. Yes, it's right way over there. I kind of like that. It's hard. Like it'll definitely make it easier to get to space instead of space infrastructure. And it'll make it a lot harder to get to oil because of all the way you have to go down, which is fine. It'll be an adventure. Let's take a look at the geysers. We have one here. Let's brush some oxygen. We have saltwater, infectious. There's a cool slush visor already open just southeast of the printing pod. Right. Sorry, I'm like blind, so I have to. Oh, southeast is this way. There it is. There it is. Cool. All right. That's a great start. Hey, Ricky, what's up? We're just starting a new asteroid here. We're seeing what this asteroid is all about. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so let's see what we got here. That's another water geyser. Oh, nice. A water geyser right beside a saltwater geyser. Okay, that's all right. That's very close by, so it's immediate oxygen production, basically. I like that. What else do we... Oh, we have some back-to-back geysers here, side by side. An aluminum volcano very close to the start. That's awesome. So immediate metal production, basically, if I can get... I'm really enjoying this asteroid already, Jim. Gold, chlorine. I don't really care for chlorine all that much, especially when it's 60 degrees. But gold and aluminum right beside each other. Oh, there's more here. Holy smokes. This is like... Cool slush, cool slush. This is water galore. You can get a complete list of geysers from the space map if that helps. I'm just trying to see what's near the starting location, so I can get a sense of how I would approach this. But I'm already really enjoying how many geysers there are so close to the vicinity of the starting location. There's a minor volcano down there. That's cool. That can be like our little, well, I suppose it could be used for a petroleum boiler. What's this? More here. Infectious steam vent. I haven't seen a cool steam vent yet. But I love a geoactive geyser. A geoactive map. That is a lot of fun. Cool salt slush. And I'm sure there's a bunch hidden here that I'm probably overlooking. Here's a cool steam vent right there. Oh, with some lums. Nice. William says, gotta go. Bye. See you, William. Thanks for stopping by. Jim says, I built an industrial sauna around those two since they're so close together. Yeah, that makes sense, Jim. That looks like it's an awesome start. There's a copper volcano beneath the open cool slush geyser. Somewhere. Where was that? It was somewhere here. Oh, right there, probably. That one? Oh, right here. There it is. Copper volcano, nice. So we have got copper, aluminum, gold. The only thing that I'm not seeing so far is irons. Let's see. Do we have iron on here? Yes, we do. Nice. That is great. This is like a dream asteroid for someone who likes geysers, vents, and all that stuff. Ricky says, anytime, love the streams. Thank you very much, Ricky. Appreciate it. Iron is all the way at the bottom right. What's this? Oh, I just deleted that. Whoops. It might have been that. And cobalt near the 2 steam on the left. It might have been the one I just deleted. Okay, there's cobalt. There's copper there. Yeah, this is looking like a lot of fun. Minor volcano. A lot of opportunity for a bunch of industrial setups. Nice, there's another cobalt. This asteroid is Ethan's wet dream. It's really looking that way. It is a very wet asteroid, and it is something that I would definitely dream about playing. Okay, this is looking like a pretty good asteroid, Jim. And you weren't kidding about it being wet. It is everything. Super wet dreamland. That's a good one. I like that. Super wet dreamland. I'll take that. That might be a great I could probably make a good thumbnail out of that. Super duper wet dreamland. I'll add my own little spin to it. I don't know if I can name something that long. Okay, I'm really enjoying so far what I see on this asteroid. So it's definitely something that I could play with. And also, what is this? This is the. You said this is the squashy. What's it called? What's the asteroid type called? It's called the Squelchy, right? Squelchy asteroid. Squelchy, gotcha. A large polluted swamp world. I don't think I've ever done a playthrough on Squelchy, so this might be kind of cool. So our starting... It's the metallic swampy start. Gotcha. No, this is definitely looking like... This is exactly the type of asteroid I would pick if I was to start a new playthrough. Like, this looks super easy. I don't know if that's the case just yet, because, I mean, there's a lot of water that we have to filter. Luckily, there's no germs everywhere, which is... Oh, clicked the wrong button. Luckily, there's no germs everywhere, which is ideal for me. We have one Paku to get started with. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used swamp shards before, so that would be kind of fun. I assume this is like the mealwood of... Or no, like, not the mealwood. The, I'm gapping now. What's that one called on Terra that lasts forever? Oh, there's a bunch of Pakus here. Nice. The... Whatever. It's like the starting food that you can't regrow. Yes, muckroot. That's the one I'm thinking of. So I assume this is like the muckroot variant. And then the starting food... I mean, It's probably the mellow mallow. That's the core. Bog buckets are the mealwood equivalent. Anyways, we have plenty of starting food. The mellow mallow is a decorative plant, says Jim. So, I mean, there's a lot of decoration, I guess, to go around. That's pretty good. And let's have our duplicants start to dig somewhere. See what happens. We have a little bit of oxalite, so not a whole lot of oxygen to start with. A very low amount of clean water in the immediate vicinity. We have lots of ice that we can heat up that is very close by. And of course, when we get access to the cool slush geysers and things like that, then we'll have plenty of water. So it looks like there's maybe an immediate need for water, depending on what your start is looking like in terms of water usage. Maybe it might be best to go straight for supercomputer usage with the water, so you avoid having to filter everything for like plants and stuff. And then once you get access to the greater area around your starting location, you can start thinking about things like water sieves and or melting snow or ice if you had to. So Jim says, if you play on Terra, it's basically the starting equivalent environment of the teleporter asteroid. That's true, yeah. I think that was kind of the case for the Super Duper Dreamland. It was a Terra asteroid with a starting location of this. So that's actually, let's take a look at the second asteroid. Can I do the reveal on here? No, I can't. So how do I do a reveal on the second asteroid? There's a teleporter somewhere here for sure. I don't think I can just jump to it with. Oh, right here. This is not the teleporter. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Oh, there we go. Just have to click it. Let's see what the second asteroid looks like. I'm already really happy with how the first asteroid looks, but just take a look at the second. My only dislike is at the start, the water is in the way and there's no abyssal light separating you from space, so it gets cold fast. I mean, that's the kind of problem I would like to have. versus getting hot fast. Okay, so we have our teleporters here. So we have oxyferns, mealwood, excellent, or whatever how you pronounce it. We have pips right away, which is really nice, and arbor trees. So we have basically an infinite source of dirt right there. Oh, we got the crashed satellite. Perfect. So we can produce some radiation for research. This would be a great asteroid for that. Very close to the printing or the teleporter. So easy radiation accumulation. Cool. This is like a gem of an asteroid, Jim. I really like this one. Yeah, the hexa is pretty crazy. I'm really liking this asteroid. This is I'm pretty sure I'm going to continue to play this. So I think I'll take your suggestion and start this one. I spent 3 weeks searching maps not included for this map before starting. I do that. It's so funny that you say that because I do the exact same thing. Like, I like to find and I'll even start multiple games. Like a lot of the games that I have on here that are not called like test or whatever. My game's like frozen now. A lot of these ones that have like that you barely see any progress is just asteroids that I was seeing what they were going to be like from the maps not included. I played for maybe an hour or so just to get it started to see if I would enjoy myself. But yeah, I'm similar in that way where I like to get the perfect starting asteroid. Okay, well, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we'll start the next play. We'll start the next stream on Tuesday, and we'll play the Super Wetland asteroid. I think that's a great name for it as well. Super Wet Dreamland. I'm sorry. If you don't mind me stealing that name, Jim. That's an awesome name. I like that one. And then also we'll have maybe we'll do dream duplicants. We'll have a dream journal duplicant set up. So we'll have boosted attributes. What else? Where's Jorge or George? He's over here. But pretty close, so we can get him unlocked early. Well, we just need some food for him. That might be the trickiest part. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways we can steal away, says Jim. Perfect. All right, so we'll do that. And I think we'll call it a stream for tonight. Since I don't plan on starting it today, and I'm basically done with the Prehistoric Planet. So that's what we'll do. We'll come back Tuesday, probably around 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll make a community tab post, and I will also post in the Discord. By the way, the Discord link is now in the description, so you don't have to use the scuffed method of trying to copy from the screen. It should be in the description below if anyone wants to join the Discord and just get through that way. I'm not super duper active in the Discord, but I do use it to post stream announcements if there's a schedule change or if I'm streaming on an off day. Tomorrow I might be back depending on when I get tomorrow's video out. So the petroleum boiler video out will be out tomorrow, and depending on when that is released, I might jump on and play some Ori and the Blind Forest because people have been asking for that. So we'll see if I have time to do that. Again, not going to make any promises, but it's something that I'm open to trying. So that's kind of what the plan is. Jim says, have a great night. Looking forward to the petroleum weather video. Ricky says, easy Ethan. Have a good night. So thank you guys. That's the end of the content. And like always, I'm going to scroll back through the chat. Just say thank you to everyone for stopping by and for supporting the stream. I'm glad we got the achievements. I'm glad we got all the achievements for the Prehistoric DLC. I'm very happy about that. And I'm happy that there's a consensus as well to start a new asteroid going forward. And I think this is the one that it's going to be. I haven't played on the Squelchy or the Squelchy. Squelchy. I'll get that wrong for a long time. I haven't played on this asteroid yet, so this is kind of new for me. It looks a lot of fun. There's a lot of temperate biomes, a lot of cold biomes. So we're basically dealing with a lot of cold temperatures rather than hot temperatures, where if you're playing on a lot of Terra gameplay, you're most likely to run into very hot areas like this right outside of your starting location. So I'm very happy that we're dealing with cold instead of hot this time. It'll be a little bit interesting. It'll be a little bit of an interesting, different way to play rather than blocking off our base to protect us from the heat. Maybe we'll be trying to add heat to our base. So, and like Jim was saying, there's no abyssalite to protect us from space, so it's eventually going to get cold quick. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem, especially when we have access to electrolyzers. We can start making hot oxygen. So there's a lot of cool considerations. It's kind of like Terra, but reversed with regards to temperature. It sounds like, and it's very geoactive, which I'm super excited to try. So Stringer says, check out my self-heating petroleum boiler so you can add that to your video. I will do that. I haven't recorded the gameplay footage yet, but the script is now complete. So yeah, I will take a look and I will be sure to add it. Let me just make sure I write your comment down because I don't want to forget. Okay, so yeah, this is the point in the video or in the live stream where I just scroll back and thank everyone for showing up. So if you'd like to head out, feel free to do so. Otherwise, there's no more gameplay. I'll just go back and thank you all for your support because I really appreciate you guys stopping by, supporting the channel, watching the videos, and hanging out. So, Stringer, thank you for being here again. Really appreciate your support. And for those of you who haven't heard of Stringer, he also does Oxygen Not Included gameplay on his channel, so go check him out. So give him some support, show him some love. Jim, thank you for being here and hanging out with me. And thank you for the suggestion. I'm really looking forward to starting this asteroid. Ricky, first time on the live stream. Thank you so much for coming by tonight and supporting. Good night, Chewy. Thank you so much for being here. Are you streaming tomorrow, Chewy? Chewy's on Twitch if you're from the YouTube chat. So you should be able to see the messages on screen. They stream on YouTube, on Twitch. So go check them out if you're looking for someone to hang out with during the day. Let's see, who else do we have today? Well, William. William already left, but thank you once again, William, for stopping by and hanging out. Sean, I know Sean was here earlier on in the day. Thank you so much, Sean, for all your support, for every single stream, for coming by. I really appreciate it. Uther, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate it, Uther, for coming by. CJ Glass, thank you so much, CJ Glass, on both YouTube and Twitch for your support. Hopefully you pick up Oxygen Not Included and you have a good time with it. Jaws, thank you for being here, Jaws. Appreciate it. Hope to see you on the next stream as well. Thanks for always coming by and saying hello. Louise was here earlier. Thank you so much, Louise, for stopping in and hanging out for a little bit. Let's see. Jeff, thank you so much, Jeff, for coming in. The Snow Fox. Snow Fox says, I voted for a new start since rockets and space are things I struggle with. Well, Snow Fox, we have a lot of space missions coming up in this asteroid, particularly because we're so close to space. So I feel like that we can get carbon dioxide space missions going really, really early. So unlike the Super Duper Dreamland, where I waited, I think it was like 100 hours in, I think we should be able to get a lot of space missions really early with carbon dioxide. Sean, thank you so much, Sean. I think I already mentioned you. And yeah, I think that was everyone that I can scroll back to anyways, so I can't go any farther. And I'm starting to lose my voice, so yeah, it's about time for me to go. Thanks again for all your support, and I will see you guys on Tuesday in the next episode.